Yeah, thinking that it happened overnight, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark but they...
In the only building this franchise has ever known, we're at the home of the Texans. Welcome in Houston. Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And away we go from NRG Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to... They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission, everything.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. You talk about this Miami defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Oh, right.
Stroud looking to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Here we go, let's go.
Back to throw, here's Stroud. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Stroud off the play fake. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn up up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. He may go. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. And now, Charles, they're working with a short field, a chance to make this a 2-score game, and these guys haven't even worked into a lather yet here in the first quarter.
Yeah, how about that? You score, you take it away, get an excellent return, and now you've got a chance to go up 2 scores in this game.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Hey, south.
Stroud. This goes out wide from Nixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Mixon is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
From the 33, here's 2nd down at 7. Again, it's Achane. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. 2 are picked by his former college teammate, Christian Harris.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
11. Ow, tonight.
Now Stroud. Got his man, Dell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
As Stroud now to throw. To Mixon on the check down. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again is Stroud. That's complete to Dell. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it looking at a 4th down and 2.
Hey, uno more. Here we go.
Here's Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs from 8 yards out. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he is going to lose yardage here. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Hill going to go in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And Hill is going to have a Dolphins 1st down as he's across midfield to the 48. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Second. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A give, running right, Achane. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
In motion, Hill. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. It's ready to go here for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Why, Tony.
Stroud to throw it. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. Right. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
13 yards down to the 13.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun is a give to Achane. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now a 2nd and 2. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Short throw to Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On third down, Achane. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Tua going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Time on three, kick. Ready.
Up the middle, Achane. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. A free line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
20, TX.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Ready to stand.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
84 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Tua picked by his former college teammate Christian Harris.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
No.
Trying to shake off